Hello, welcome to Blind Spot Reactions with Josh and Justine.
Hello.
And Merry Christmas, everybody. We're bringing you a Christmas movie today. Miracle on 89th Street.
Tragedy on 47th Street.
I'm just kidding. Miracle on 34th Street. I've never seen this. This is the 1947 version.
I've never seen this.
Natalie Woods when she's a little baby.
She's like a little wood baby?
A little wood baby. Only thing I know about this, it's like Santa Claus goes to court. It's like all I kind of know.
It's a legal drama
it's a legal drama with Santa, so let's do it.
Yeah,
Happy
is
holidays.
This like an Aaron Brockovich, but Santa?
Yeah.
Yes, subscribe.
Check out our P.O. box if you want to send us stuff. Because, you're just thoughtful and giving.
Send me a Christmas card.
Yeah, send us. Let's be pen pals. All right, let's do this.
I'm going to push the button so we can do this.
There's a killer on the loose. Look out, he's right behind you. He won't give me the axe. I'm scared, but I'm fighting back. We are the scream queens, running through the night. We are the scream queens, gonna put up a fight. Make everything alright. Flowing through.
Oh, Maureen O'Hara.
Oh, John Payne.
Okay, so we're in New York City.
No, we're not.
I love
we
seeing-
live in Oklahoma.
Well, dive into the movie. We're in New York City.
They're in New York
I love
City.
seeing like all the 40s New York, the cars, the
Once Upon a Time.
outfits.
Directed by George Seaton. Oh, like a little window display. Some creepy looking reindeer.
It's 1947. It's the best we could do. Oh,
Oh, okay. He looks a lot like Santa Claus.
that kind of scared me.
But I wanted to tell you, you're making a rather serious mistake. Huh? With the reindeer, I mean. You've got Cupid where Blitzen should be. Still, I don't suppose anybody had noticed that except myself.
No, I don't suppose so.
Guy's like kooky old man.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it's really Santa.
Do we know it's really Santa yet? Or...
Well, I know it's the guy on the cover of the movie. Oh, retro Macy's Day Parade. They had
So
helium back
cute.
then.
Yeah, right?
There's
Maureen.
Oh,
Things got to be done. That rubber-dub-dub 3 men in a tub.
gorgeous lady, Maureen O'Hara.
Oh,
He
Santa.
needs some practice. Oh, Santa is getting drunk.
Hey, it's all in the wrist.
Ooh,
Yeah, the process follow through, you know. Is that?
You mean Santa does that to the reindeer?
Sexual.
Oh my god, get PETA after Santa now.
Yeah, if this is really what Santa does to those poor indentured reindeer.
Your Santa Claus is intoxicated.
Oh no!
Yes, it's disgraceful. How can you allow a man to get such a thing?
Santa, snitches get stitches.
He's just trying to cope with the holidays, that's all.
Yeah, it's really like stressful for him.
I'll warn you, I ought to take this cake.
This
And I
Santa's
ought to,
funny.
somebody, Julian.
He's gonna beat him with a cane. Santa, you can't do that to people. He just needs to take a little nap.
Get that costume.
They're just gonna
He's
rip the costume off him. He's a hot drunk mess.
He didn't need any padding.
What?
Padding! He didn't need any padding.
Oh.
Where did you find it?
Right, he was fat!
Looks like they're having a little trouble with the baseball player. He was a clown last year.
Oh, there's little Natalie.
It's a fairy tale.
Oh, one of those. I didn't know any fairy tales.
She's too sophisticated for that. She's from New York.
She's really bougie.
Thinks they're silly. I don't know whether my father thinks they're silly or not. I never met my father. You see, my
Ooh,
father and
what
mother were
happened?
divorced when I was a baby.
Oh, ooh.
She's spilling all the
trauma,
tea, this guy.
I'll bet your mother told you that too.
He wants the mom bad.
Hello, I'm Susan's mother.
Yes, I know. Won't you come in?
He's like, I've been watching you from afar.
I know. I'm like, okay, I invited your little girl over here. It's creepy.
I'm fond of Susie, very fond. But I also want to meet you.
I knew it.
Sly guy.
What a horrible trick.
It worked.
She's turned on now, though.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you're chasing me down?
This one doesn't wear glasses.
This one was a
What have
last-minute
against
substitute.
glasses?
The one I hired, I fired.
Santa's old. He probably needs glasses.
She's such a brat.
And not have them growing up believing in a lot of legends and myths like Santa Claus, for example.
But Santa's real.
She has fantasies about Santa?
Quite honest and truthful with the child. I must admit I haven't any other plans. I
Please,
don't want you
Mother,
to feel-
please.
Well,
Can I ask all right?
They had a plan.
Didn't I ask all right, Mr. Gailey?
That all depends.
dinner's at 3.
Mr. Gailey's kind of a creep.
Mr. Gailey's kind of a creep, and who has dinner at 3?
Oh, he's become so popular so fast. One parade and he's a hit.
It's 34th Street
That's where the miracle's gonna happen.
at Macy's.
I like to watch their faces get that Christmas look all of a sudden. It makes me feel kind of...
Oh no. We lost a light.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Alfred.
Well, he was a really nice fella.
I want to find you just like the big ones, only smaller. Has a rose. It's got 12 at one, and I won't do it in the house. I'll only do it in the backyard. I promise.
I didn't understand a thing that kid just said.
Like, that was a whole bunch of just nonsense.
Children happy. Whether Macy or somebody else sells the toy doesn't make any difference. Don't you feel that way?
Huh? Oh, me? Oh, yeah, sure. Only I didn't know Macy's did.
Now, we've got skates, and they're very good, too, but they're not quite good enough. You go to Gimbel's. They'll have exactly what you're looking for, I'm sure.
He's not happy about that.
You're shooing away business.
Is Santa gonna get fired?
Whoops.
Well, I'll tell you, I never done much shopping here before, but I'll tell you one thing. From now on, I'm going to be a regular Macy customer.
Oh.
Oh, well, Santa always
I think
knows.
Santa's keeping his job.
I've got to think this thing over.
Well, personally, I think it's a wonderful idea, too.
I wish people still talked like this. Like they did back in old movie times.
Goodbye, Elma. You're a good boy now.
Oh, is she gonna meet Santa?
Uh-huh.
Your beard doesn't have one of those things that goes over your ears.
Well, that's because it's real. Just like I'm really Santa Claus. Oh, go ahead. Pull it.
Well, if he has a beard, then he must be Santa.
Yeah, exactly. Those two things.
Hey, this way, please. Get back in the line now.
She's like, get my daughter away from Santa.
She can't be believing in him.
Susan, would you stand over here a minute? I want to talk to Mr. Gailey.
I shouldn't have
She's
brought
like
Susie to see
pissed.
Santa Claus, huh?
No imagination.
This sets up a very harmful mental conflict within her. What is she going to think?
Wow, that is heavy.
It's not that serious, lady.
She's my responsibility, and I must bring her up as I see fit.
Goodness.
But when she saw you in the parade yesterday, she said you were Santa Claus, as she calls you, and you could talk to
Well, I didn't know what to do.
Hallo, ik ben blij dat je gekomen bent.
Sinterklaas kapoentje, geef het in mijn laarsje. Dank u Sinterklaasje.
Oh, Sinterklaas.
But when he spoke Dutch to that girl, he was so...
Susan, I speak French, but that doesn't make me Joan of Arc.
Well, I'm sorry to disagree with you, Mrs. Walker, but not only is there such a person, but here I am to prove it.
No. You misunderstand. I want you to tell her the truth.
He is telling the truth.
Thank you.
What else do you do besides read and play games?
We have rest periods. 1/2 hour.
Date of birth. As old as my tongue and a little bit older than my teeth.
The Santa Claus that we had 2 years ago is back in town, and I feel that we owe it to
Have I
him.
done something wrong?
Oh, no.
Well, people like him. Why are you firing him?
Yeah, you don't have a reason.
The effect that this will have on the public is... Oh, come in, Mrs. Walker.
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Hello, Miss Walker.
I see.
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Over 500 thankful parents expressing undying gratitude to Macy's.
Can't let him go now.
He's the MVP of Santas.
The store with a heart. The store that places public service ahead of profits.
This is very unheard of.
Sounds stupid. Very nice, but I'm not sure it's a great business plan.
Tell that Santa Claus I won't forget him either.
Yes, Mr. Macy.
Girl, you're stuck with that Santa.
No. You heard what Mr. Macy said. We've got to keep him.
But what if he should have a sudden fit or something?
A fit.
Girl, you're not worried about his mental health.
You're just mad he told your daughter Santa was
Yeah.
real.
And I guess I'm through. But I'm warning you, I don't give up easily. Good night.
I think by the end of the movie, she's going to be convinced.
Mm-hmm.
It's a home for old people. That's right. I want to talk to the doctor in charge.
What was she up to?
Doctor in charge.
Are you happy at home, Mr. Sawyer?
That will be all, Mr. Kriegel. The examination's over. You may go.
Thank you.
You may go out that way.
He's like, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Sorry, doctor, but that was Mr. Sawyer, the gentleman I was telling you about.
Oh, yes.
He'll be right in. He's just down the hall.
They keep a mental doctor at
Yeah.
Macy's.
She's like heavily invested in this now. She's like, this guy has a mental illness.
But there was complete lack of concentration. He kept changing the subject. He was even questioning me. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He should be placed in a mental institution.
Oh, I don't agree, Mr.
He asks questions, so he should be in a mental institution?
Well, I know Chris always carries a cane, but surely you're not implying he'd use the cane as a weapon.
These people are ridiculous.
Yeah. This is just like outlandish.
If someone was within, they could steer him away from any trouble.
You mean sort of take custody of him? Do you think he'd agree to that?
I'll talk to him. I'm sure he will.
So now they think he needs a chaperone.
He has a parent? That is hilarious.
He said, what kind of an animal are you? And I said, I'm not an animal. I'm a girl. And he said, only animals allowed here. Goodbye. So we came upstairs.
Because you were being boring.
Mm-hmm. You weren't playing along.
How would you like to be able to make snowballs in the summertime?
Ooh.
Would you put this in Susan's place for me, please?
I think you can take my meat out. It should be done.
Take his meat out?
He's like,
Well, I was just thinking, I'm all alone in my apartment. Twin beds,
Ooh.
plenty of room.
Little gentleman's club.
Give me a chance to really talk things over with her.
okay, now she's going overboard.
Mrs. Shellhammer wants to talk to you. I've made the martinis triple strength, and she feels wonderful. Here, I bet.
Oh, yeah, she's feeling wonderful. Look at her.
Hello? No. Oh, dear. Thank you, darling. Hello? No, dear.
Oh, darling.
How silly of me.
How silly.
Hello.
Hello.
Very sweet of them. Please thank them very much. But I'm going to stay with Mr. Gailey.
Mr. Gailey.
I think I
Oh, he's gonna get his own meat out.
That's what I want for Christmas.
You mean a doll's house like this?
No, a real house. If you're really Santa Claus, you can get it for me. And if you can't, you're only a nice man with a white beard, like Mother said. Guess you can't get it, huh?
I didn't say that.
He's not a realtor, sweetie. He's Santa Claus. His elves aren't going to make you a house.
And plus, he doesn't have the Zillow app.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Crinkle.
Susie, you're not realistic.
Spit that gum out before you fall asleep and choke to death.
Or get it all in your hair.
Yeah, that's even worse. I'd rather choke to death than have gum all in my hair.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Colonial houses.
Either that or Cape Cod.
Didn't he just brush his teeth and now he's smoking?
On your part, she might crawl out of that
Wait,
shell.
he just had like a bed, an extra bed,
He
like
had
right
two
next to
twin
his.
beds, he said.
Carry that brand, but I think Gimbel's does. Let me see. Yes, here it is.
Yes, here it is.
And why didn't one of you think of this idea? It's the greatest goodwill policy I
So
ever
the
heard
people
of.
at Gimbel's are like, no, we want to do this too.
I have a friend, a doctor. He's been very kind to me. He needs an x-ray machine.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be enough. I'd better give you
I'll make up the difference.
buy it through the store and get 10% discount.
An x-ray machine from Macy's.
Interesting.
Home again, jiggity jig. Market to buy a fat hog. Home again,
This song is bussin'.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Guys who dress up like Santa Claus, see, and give presents away, do it because when they was young, they must have did something bad, and they feel guilty about it. Now they do something they think is good to make up for it, see? It's what he calls a guilt complex.
Mr. Sawyer is weird.
It's probably way down inside of me someplace, see? Maybe something that happened to me when I was a baby, he says.
You did something so terrible when you were a baby that now you like to dress up and give kids packages to make up for it?
Excuse me, Alfred. A few things have just come into my head, and I'm going to say them.
Santa's gonna stir some shit up. Better watch out, Mr. Sawyer.
You're heartless. You have no humanity.
Are you going to leave?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna get fired now.
Mr. Sawyer, Mr. Sawyer, are you all right?
Look at that bump. Mr. Sawyer, he's unconscious. Better get a wet towel.
No, better.
He like opened his eyes.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Where to? Bellevue.
Bill,
It was a setup, Santa.
Yes, in view of his examination, I'm afraid I shall have to recommend commitment.
Santa's crazy.
I'll do everything I can, Chris. Thank you. Goodbye.
You better help him. He's your friend and your, like, roommate. Like, literal roommate. He sleeps right next to you.
You share a bedroom.
I don't care if he failed 10 examinations. You had no right to do it. Now, you get the case dropped tomorrow, or you might have another lump to match the one that Chris gave you.
Mr. Macy knows
You go,
what's up.
Mr. Macy. Santa's going to court.
Gosh.
Done. It's too late now. Kringle has been examined by psychiatrists of a city hospital. It has to go through the regular routine.
Oh, we must avoid publicity.
You've started something, Mr. Sawyer. Now, it's out of your hands. Doctors doubt sanity.
I'm no legal brain trust. I don't know a habeas from a corpus, but I do know politics. That's my racket.
That's Fred from I Love Lucy.
Oh.
I think. Lucy looks like him.
Good night, Alice. Now, straight to bed.
Those little kids are like pushing 80 now.
Boomers.
A fine way to treat their grandfather. No hug, no kiss, no anything.
I don't blame them. Any man who puts Santa Claus on trial for lunacy.
She's like, you ain't getting this pussy tonight.
Nope.
Mr. Kringle, will you take the stand?
Mr. Kringle.
The judge is even smiling when he sees Santa.
Do you believe that you're Santa Claus?
Of course.
State rests, Your Honor.
He's like, that's enough to show he's crazy.
Hmm.
But not if you're really Santa.
Oh, but he is, Your Honor.
Is what?
I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
How are you going to do that?
What?
He just needs to have a miracle on 34th Street.
Exactly.
What about your bosses, Hayslip and Mackenzie and the rest of them? What do they say?
That I am jeopardizing the prestige and dignity of an old established law firm, and either I drop this impossible case immediately, or they will drop me.
See?
I beat them to it. I quit.
Fred, you didn't.
Of course I did. I can't let Chris down. He needs me, and all the rest of us need him.
He's a good friend.
You don't have any faith in me, do you?
It's not a question of faith, it's just common sense.
She's like, I don't believe in you.
Kringle has been declared a menace to society by competent doctors, and it's my duty to protect the...
A menace. Jeez.
Holy.
This is just much to do about nothing.
Well, my dear, if I lose this case, it's very possible that you'll get your wish.
God, everybody's like losing their jobs, dropping their jobs. They need a miracle.
On 34th Street.
Hello,
It's
Chris.
his friend.
It's his buddy from work.
Your name?
R.H. Macy.
You are the owner of one of the biggest department stores in New York.
Mr. Macy's there?
Macy, if you recognize the gentleman seated there, will you tell us who he is?
Chris Kringle.
Your employee, is he not?
Yes.
Do you believe him to be truthful?
Yes.
Do you believe him to be of sound mind?
I certainly do.
Mr. Macy, you're under oath. Do you really believe that this man is Santa Claus?
Can they just jump up and ask questions like that?
I thought, yeah, you have to wait your turn, but I guess not.
Well, he gives every indication.
I asked you, Mr. Macy, do you really believe that this man is Santa Claus?
Yes, Mr. Macy, you
He
do.
does.
I do.
Santa looks so happy.
Psychologist. Where'd you graduate from? A correspondence school? You're fired.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
That guy's the real menace.
This is not a nursery. It's the New York State Supreme Court, and I'll not waste this court's time with such childish nonsense.
Mr. Maris.
I can't believe it got all the way to the New York Supreme Court. This case about Santa.
From this court. Is there or is there not a Santa Claus?
Well,
Yes, there is. Come on now.
That guy believes he's Santa Claus. There is a Santa Claus.
My daddy wouldn't tell me anything that wasn't so. Would you, Dad?
I'm not sure this is how court works, but it's
Yeah.
cute.
It's how their court works.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's that.
There's a way, Alfred. There's got to be.
Oh, Santa.
So stressful.
About him.
You mean like for a murder?
Oh, no, it isn't that kind of a trial. It's just because he says he's Santa
She's
Claus.
really into true crime, too, the little girl.
She loves those podcasts.
He's not like anyone else. He must be Santa.
I think perhaps you're right, Susie.
You won her over. Aww. Susan, she's come a long way. She had a good character arc.
She did. She finally believes.
And, you know, if you believe, you'll receive. So. Oh, he was saying he was waiting to win her over.
Way to go, Doris.
Hey, Lou, how many Santa Claus letters we got down at the dead letter office?
I don't know. There must be about 50,000 of them. Bags and bags all over the joint, and there's more coming in there.
Bags and bags all over the joint.
Why don't you get a couple of trucks up here, big ones, right away? Load them with all that Santa Claus mail and deliver it to Mr. Kringle down at the courthouse. That's a
This guy just working the line
Yeah.
is like, hey, boss, go do this and do that.
I'm going to go save the day.
Well, good. Good for him. Glad someone's taking initiative.
Not one competent, authoritative proof that this man is Santa Claus. In view of these facts, and especially since today is Christmas Eve, we're naturally all anxious to get to our homes.
So his lawyer was out of
Christmas
the
Eve?
courtroom that whole time?
Like, wasn't even, like, listening to what he was saying?
Furthermore, the United States postal laws and regulations make it a criminal offense to willfully misdirect mail or intentionally deliver it to the wrong party.
Oh, I see where this is going.
I offer them as positive proof that a competent...
3 letters, Your Honor, are hardly positive proof.
He told me there was 50,000.
Look at all those bags. You asked for it.
Since the United States government declares this man to be Santa Claus, this court will not dispute it. Case dismissed.
Yay! He did it! He won the case.
Yay!
Santa made it out just in time.
Little kids aren't going to be heartbroken when the newspaper says no Santa.
And they'll have presents tomorrow. Gosh, he's going to be a busy guy.
Would you like to come to dinner tonight?
Tonight? I can't. It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, I forgot.
He's busy, isn't he?
He's very busy. She's trying to find herself.
My
her
dear
present.
sir, you know my assistant Alfred, Mr. Macy?
Oh, Alfred gets to be Santa.
Chris, all I can say is the state Supreme Court...
Oh, the
declared
X-ray
Santa
machine.
Claus personally.
Now, did he get it from Macy's, though?
Yeah.
With his 10% off?
Or did they redirect him somewhere else?
Darling.
Not the one I wanted. Not the one Mr. Kringle was going to get for me.
What was that?
Oh, you're not going to get a house.
I'm sorry, Susie. I tried my best, but
You couldn't get it because you're not Santa Claus, that's why.
The court just
Girl.
confirmed he's Santa.
Girl, he has been busy with legalities and defending himself.
now, if you'll go this way, you'll miss a lot of traffic. I've written it all down. So you go along Maplewood until you come to Ashley.
I believe. It's silly, but I believe.
Goodbye, Alfred.
Goodbye, Susie.
Is she about to get her home?
Oh.
Stop, Uncle Fred! Stop! Stop!
Susie! Susie! Susie, where are you going?
Girl, she's going to the house. She's moving in.
You still got to believe, and I kept believing, and you were right, Mommy. Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
I got what I wanted. Now I believe.
She got a house for Christmas. Dang, girl, manifest.
Told her that.
Oh, he planted one right on her.
Goodness.
I take a little old man and legally prove to the world that he's Santa Claus. Now, you know that...
What is it? Oh, his cane.
Oh, no, it can't be. It must have been left here by the people that moved out.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I didn't do such a wonderful thing after all.
Oh, Santa Claus is real.
So cute. Oh my goodness.
Finally watched that Christmas classic. And Santa went to court
Yes.
and proved that he was Santa.
It was the Aaron Brockovich of Christmas movies.
Mhm.
What an iconic moment.
He was a really good Santa Claus, too. I liked him as Chris. I like that they just called him Chris most of the movie.
Hey, Chris.
Mr. Chris Kringle.
Yes.
Well, it's almost Christmas time. This will, I think, our last Christmas movie we're going to do before the actual holiday. And next week, I think we're going to be back with a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get back to what we're known for. But
taking it back.
yeah, that was really cute. I'm glad I finally saw Miracle on 34th Street.
Me too.
Maybe I'll watch the remake now. With the little girl
Right now?
from... No, not right now. But it has the little girl from like Mrs. Doubtfire and
Yeah,
Matilda.
Matilda. Yeah, for sure. We'll have to check that out next.
But yeah, you guys subscribe. Do all the stuff. We're on all the social medias.
Check
and
us out there on the internet.
And we'll be back next week.
All right.
With
happy
hopefully
holidays.
better lighting. We had like an issue in the middle of recording. Okay, bye.